This video is about how to configure Commando AirOne AP300 indoor or ceiling access point, which enables communication between wireless and wired computer, laptops, mobiles, devices in the network. It complies with IEEE 802.11b GNN standard and comes with single band 2.4 GHz with single 10 or 100 Mbps LAN as well as WAN port. You can access and manage AirOne AP300 using web-based GUI, also via wired way or wireless way. First of all, we see how to configure it with the LAN port connection to the PC or the laptop. So power on AirOne AP and connect LAN port of AirOne AP300 to PC or laptop via RJ45. Then open network and internet settings. Then Ethernet, change adapter options, give the IP addresses, use the IP address 192.168.2. From 2 to 254 any. I use 10. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and default gateway 192.168.2.1. Say OK and close this. Go to any of the browser and type 192.168.2.1 and you will get the AirOne 300 Mbps ceiling AP login page. By default, password is Commando in small case. Log in to the device and you can see the interface for configuration of this device. You can also wirelessly access this device. So for that I will show you how to take wireless access of the device. So I will disable the Ethernet connectivity and take the access wirelessly. So I will disable this and I will disconnect with this. By default, the name of the SSID or Wi-Fi ID is Commando AP300 2G. So you can connect it with the password Commando. So it will ask for the password and then you can able to go to the properties and change the properties to the IP address 192.168.2.1 and it will give the gateway 192.168.2.1 and it will give the same interface page which we are having. So it is now connected to this. Change the property. We will change the properties of this connection to similar way that we have done in wireless connections. 2.1. You can have any of the IP address as per your choice. You can change all these settings and configuration as per your requirement. Okay, so now this is connected and we will get the same access via wireless. Password is Commando. I want to change the mode, that's why I will not connect via wireless. Disconnect this and then I will connect with normally with the LAN connection. So I will enable it and I will not use that Wi-Fi connection. So after logging to the device, you can see on the main page there is a operation mode is given. So by default there are 4 modes available in the device. We will talk for it like gateway, repeater, WISP and AP. And we can have the CPU usage, memory usage, device description. I can give the device name like Commando AP300 whatever I like to have, then apply. Then by default these are the IP, LAN IP address, subnet mask, gateway. Everything is configurable and changeable as per user requirement. Currently there is no user. I will connect one of the users, so that user will be shown here in this. So you will see the MAC address, signal strength and connected time to this default SSID. You can also have the flow for 2G Wi-Fi upstream, AP upstream and downstream, which is the mode used here. After clicking wizard, you can see there are 4 modes: gateway mode, WISP mode, repeater mode and AP mode. So the diagram or the feature will show how it is connected. So in WISP mode you can wirelessly connect it to the laptop PC as well as to the internet. In gateway mode you have to connect via LAN port. In repeater mode, similar like the WISP mode, and in AP mode, which is currently the mode, I have to connect via wired things. So by default we will go for AP mode, which is a default mode. So it can transform your network from wired network into wireless network. So by default I can have a static IP or IP from AC or from gateway. By default this is a LAN IP. If I change this LAN IP, I have to give that LAN IP to take access of the device. Can change this primary DNS, secondary DNS, gateway according to my choice. I can change the name of the SSID. Let us say I want SSID name ABC with channel as auto and channel bandwidth, which will increase the speed of operation to this, and password I want to set at commando@123. I can change default password, timing off, next. So this mode will take effect and I have to access this device. After login I will get the access. So now this SSID is ABC. So you can see ABC SSID has been generated, and if I want to connect that, I have to give the password commando@123. I can also have no password if I want to have Wi-Fi hotspot zone or for some purpose I want to give that. Second mode is repeater mode. In this mode, used to extend the range of wireless coverage. So I will scan the nearby access points which I know the password, and I will give that password. So this will act as a repeater for those things. So I will scan nearby. Let us say I want to get it connected to reception 2.4G. So I know the password for that. Change @1*. So if I know the password, I can get connected. I can change the SSID name to from ABC to any whatever password I like to have, and next. So I can change the IP mode and other things. So it will require a reboot for changing from AP mode to any other mode. So this way I can able to connect to that reception 2.4G wirelessly via this repeater mode. So with the help of this device I can also have the wireless connectivity to that which will extend the range of existing Wi-Fi connection. This mode is suitable when you are in Wi-Fi dead zone or a place with a weak wireless signal and you want to have larger effective range of the wireless signal throughout your home or office. So it will take some time to take in effect. To wait for around 1 minute. So after rebooting of the device, it will come active and the mode will be repeater mode. I will show you that mode, and the connection status also will be shown in that. So this repeater mode and WISP mode is very important mode where you can wirelessly connect to the hotspot or share your local wired or wireless devices to this network. Let us see it is started or not. It takes 1 minute, just has to come. Now it has come alive. So commando is the password for the device. Now the mode is repeater mode, and device description I have given that time, AP300. Signal strength is this, channel use, and now this repeater SSID is connected, and I will connect one of the Wi-Fi user to this. So it will get the access of this ABC network. So I will connect. So signal strength and all, everything will be shown. Now it is getting an internet connection. Let us say I want to connect to this. I have changed the password. So connect it. I want to change to ABC. So you can see the signal strength, the encryption, the mode, repeater mode at which I am operating, and this is my setup. This diagram will show how you are connected. So the one of the user will connect. It will definitely will give a glimpse or idea how to get repeater mode active with this AP300 ceiling AP point, where sometime it is not possible. This is the way this user I have connected to our AP. So this is a signal strength with which we are connecting. Next mode is a WISP mode, which is most popular mode. So in WISP mode, I can scan. By default I have scanned. I want to connect via internet mode, via DSCP in WISP mode. This is the most popular way to wirelessly connect any device to any other ISP device. So if I go for WISP mode, I get an advantage that device connect to ISP station or hotpost wirelessly to share internet network or the network with local wired and wireless devices directly to this AP, and this is most advantageous mode, WISP mode. So it will take 1 minute time. If I am changing the mode, it will take some time. If I am in that mode, it will directly do. It will come active in 1 minute. Similarly, in gateway mode, I have to connect all Ethernet or bridge together and wireless client to connect ISP access point or router, connecting directly to the internet via WAN port. So gateway mode is very similar to the AP mode. So we will just have a glimpse of that after getting access to this WISP mode. So you can connect NAT enable PCs or Ethernet LAN port and share same IP to ISP through wireless LAN in gateway mode. So I will get connected to this first. It will take some time, nearly about 1 minute to get it active. So now the device has come live. So by default password is commando. This can be changed as per. So now WISP mode. So this is the way I have connected. So I don't require any wired connection. So internet gateway I have connected, as well as PC or laptop I have connected, and I will connect one of the user to this network. Let us say I want to connect one of the user to this. So wireless user. So I am connecting one of the user. Can also connect this. So this user has come up live. So the name of the device, the MAC address, and how much time it is active, and I am getting internet via that. So I have fetched this WISP mode is very important mode. I will show you how it operates. So this is my SSID, and I can able to ping to your internet gateway. I will show how to ping to the internet gateway, and I can obtain the DNS DSCP. So this green line means it has been working very nicely and absolutely no problem. So I have to change the properties of this connection, which I have given the default properties. So DSCP is the setting which you have selected. So internet will come up. Even in repeater mode you can connect to the so now two users are connected. So I will ping. Now this is connected via ABC Wi-Fi. I will ping this with the internet. Say I want to ping to the commandonetworks.com. So I can able to ping via this device. You can see I can able to ping this device without any issues, and this can be shown in the WISP mode upstream and downstream. By diagram you will come to know this is a best mode where you don't require any wired or cabling or anything. Just give the available internet SSID password, means Wi-Fi password, to this device, and it will automatically have its own wireless network to be given to the other wireless devices. And this is the best mode which you can get with such a very small device. You can also run it for the repeater mode, which I have already explained. So you have to wired connected way. This is a wire way to get it connected. You can change the password, you can change the channel, you can make it auto, or you can also and next will do it to the gateway mode. You can also set the Wi-Fi 2G Wi-Fi. So you will have basically Wi-Fi setting to set 2G 2.4G MAC ACL repeater Wi-Fi timer, and advanced setting you will have. So some settings like repeater settings or repeater settings are not available in AP mode. So it will be, you will be seeing some extra thing has come in this mode, but if I click with AP mode this will not be shown because that settings are not available. You can set 4 Wi-Fi SSIDs or 4 Wi-Fi names that can be appear to the device. So one by one, how by default we are having SSID ABC shown here. You can change any. I can also have, let us say, XYZ. So this device can have 4 Wi-Fi SSIDs at a same time operating in the same channel, and you can see now XYZ will appear here. So it will appear here, but after setting this, I can also hide, I can also set the password, I can also this one. So this is applied now. I can also have, let us say, Commando 1 as a SSID, and I apply. So I can just have to enable more number of SSIDs, more users can be accommodated. By default 50 to 64 concurrent users can be accommodated in this device. Then repeater setting you can turn in on and off. I have connected to this reception 2.4G via scanning. You can turn on and off. You can also have the MAC ACL. You can add any of the, you can scan any of the MAC ID which is connected to this. So I will connect one of the MAC ID, and I can make it disallow from getting access to this network. So let us say if I want to get connected to this ABC, so I will scan. So now 2 MAC IDs I have get connected. I don't want this device to be getting access of this network. So I will just go click there and disable or allow or deny access. So if I deny access now, it will never able to access this wireless network. If I apply it, one user will be, by default 2 users will be shown, and if I apply this, that user will not be allowed on the basis of MAC ACL to get access. Now the user will be disallowed to get the access of this device. So other user I have disallowed, and this user will only get the access. Then Wi-Fi timer I can set. This is one of the security feature where I can set the timer time frame for Wi-Fi timer on and off. So it will added advantage to your network. So from 10 to let us say 6, this Wi-Fi network should be available. Then that time only it will be available. Other time it will not be available. I can also have the advanced setting where I can set the country region, 2G mode, multicast fast, maximum wireless clients from range 1 to 64, WLAN partition, short GI, coverage threshold and transmit power. So transmit power by default is maximum, where the device will be having 300 milliwatt of power to be emitted at 27 dBm, and you can also change it to minimum as per the requirement. By default N and G is operated. Country mode you can select. Maximum AP count is 60. AP maximum users, that is wireless user allowed, is 64. You can also have other settings configured as per the requirement. So you can also have the fast roaming and apply. Then in network mode you can have LAN settings, where it can set the LAN IP or access IP of this network. This is the access IP. Subnet and STP along with DHCP server. So STP on means you can not have the wire loops in the network. By default this feature is there active in this device. So you can set the start DHCP server with the help of this device, and you can see the DHCP list. The name you can change as per your requirement, lease time and all. And after that you can also bind the static DHCP. So for that add, so scan the IP address, this you can statically bind. You can have static binding. Any remark? So this will be added. You can also set the WAN setting. So MTU DNS manually with primary and secondary DNS can be set. So I can set the DNS manually also. Then I can also have the WAN advanced setting, where I can enable the web access server access on WAN port on particular port. I can clone the map. I can enable the ping on WAN, enable IP pass through. So there are a lot of functions which can be done with the help of this. Cloud server settings are by default disabled for this device. By default this is not a cloud device. You can also map the URL mapping. So you can name the rule, you can give the IP address domain and map it. Then security. In security you can have the URL filter. So some website, so if you don't want, so you can define the rule name, URL name, and that access will be denied for that website. So URL filter is a type of web filtering used to restrict the web contents. You can also have the IP filters. So you can, for particular MAC ID, you can have the rule, let us say 1. You can add the time group, you can add lot of other things, and for that particular time that user will not be allowed to take the access for that URL. You can also have the MAC filters also, just like MAC SEL. MAC filter bars filter particular MAC to access the AP SSID. So you can bar particular user for by making the rules to access this. Security. These all features are only available in gateway and WISP mode. Other modes, these are AP and repeater mode. These are not available. Some features are not available. Like these features, security features are not available because that mode you are getting connected to internet. In DMZ mode, you can set the DMZ host IP to provide internal network with an additional security layer by restricting access. So you can enable DMZ host also you can have and apply. Then manage. In manage you can configure or take backup. If I select on backup, backup config will be stored in your memory. You can restore this device AP configuration to factory default settings. You can also restore default to the device. You can reboot the device. So the device reboot can be timed also. as per your requirement. You can set the interval every day, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, and whatever time you like to have, you can reboot this device. You can update the password. This password will be asked start. By default password is commando. You can change according to your will. So you can modify or create password as per choice, and even you can change the admin password like commando to log into the device. You can upgrade the new firmware which is available from Commando networks from time to time. You can also set the time. So this is very important button, sync with the host. So whatever host you are connected, that time will be automatically cached up and everything will be synced up to that time. So you can see current time. You can also have the NTP server time. You can select the time zone, manual IP or NTP server also you can enable, and from that, because I am connected via WISP mode, from this NTP servers I can fetch the stratum time. So that much important features are there with this device in the WISP and gateway mode. You can turn off log or on, because by default if I turn on log, it will take a lot of memory of this device. So by default it is off. If you want to have on, you can also have the remote server setting, or you can store in the device. Then flow control. Enabling flow control can optimize the bandwidth and improve the network experience of important application. So this is very important feature. You can add the flow control. You can customize it as per requirement for upstream, downstream, for particular IP address or the users. You can scan those IP address and can force them to have that uplink or downlink speed as per our settings in the network. We can also form the IP group to define AP what users are to be defined in this. You can add the IP group. You can also have the time groups, so you can apply this time group for particular MAC filtering activity or whatever security aspects. You can have this according to the time range that will be applied. You can also have the DDNS setting, which provide the fixed domain name for DDNS clients and max is latest IP address to the domain name. So you can add that time group and the DDNS settings. So you can add DDNS on, give the username, password or public IP or domain or user type and go for registration and apply. It will work. So this device come up with so many features that are unparalleled to any of the device at this price. So it is recommended to have this device which will give you the wireless range more than 45 meters and can accept the user up to 64 with concurrent flows with 50 users. So this device is really very recommended. Thank you so much for watching this video.